MJD, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please hit like. Time to reassemble this puppy dog. Alright, let's start the assembly process of this pocket watch. I'm looking at the plates here, making sure everything's fine with them. I've done this at 8 times speed, so if you're checking out the time, multiply it by 8. So I'm using my Myers number 58 movement holder here. What I'm doing is removing the jewel caps and jewels. This is a highly jeweled watch, so a lot of the wheels actually have jewels and jewel caps. So I thought I could just move them out this way, but no, I couldn't, and the wooden stick doesn't work. So I cut out my my staking set, and I picked a stake that was the appropriate diameter. So here I'm just cleaning off the surface of the jewels. Later on, I throw them in lighter fluid, but these ones are very clean. They did go through the cleaning machine as well, so this set of jewels was good. And here I'm just putting oil in the jewels. Often I'll oil the cap jewel and rotate it over, but when I do these, I like oiling the jewel itself. Put a little bit of oil on it, and the cap jewel hugs the oil. And then put the screws in again very carefully. Aligning the cap jewel is really important because there's two lips for the screw, and the screw goes into those lips. The screw head goes into those lips, and it's important that the cap jewel is sitting properly. Otherwise, the screws won't align properly. So here I'm got a little bit of lighter fluid going on in a paintbrush, and just washing them a bit. And remember, this is times 8 speed. So here we're putting them on watch paper, and then I'll put them in the watch paper and then ride them around on the watch paper so they'll dry off faster. There we go. And they'll dry off pretty quick. And then I'll put the jewel, the actual whole jewel, you don't really care which direction it goes in from a 360-degree perspective. Of course, there is a up and down of the actual whole jewel. And the cap jewel I'm aligning nicely and seeing if can I line that nicely. Yep, pushed in well, and put the screws in. That's one screw, second screw, and then I will tighten those screws. Make sure they're good. Here I'm removing the third whole jewel and its cap. Throw those in lighter fluid. Scrub-a-dub-dub. 2 jewels in the tub. So we're doing well at that. Wash those things up with my little paintbrush. And they come out super clean. And I do check them after to make sure there's no issue with any dirt on them or anything. So they came out nicely. So clean those up again, put them in place, press that down with my piece of pegwood. That's the stick I'm using. And the second one, same thing. I put the cap on here. I'm trying to align it properly. And you're better off just holding the cap jewel and moving the plate around to get it aligned, because you really can't rotate that jewel in your tweezers. And I tighten that up, put the screws back in, tighten those up, and they're nice and snug. And there you go. So I'm just reaming out some of the holes to make sure they're clean, and they came out super clean. So the cleaning machine, the Pearl cleaning machine, did a great job. And the next thing I've got to do for this thing is get the parts in. So I'm oiling the hole where the arbor goes in for the main spring. Now the next job is to get the gears lined up. I always take a picture. It simplifies things, but they're pretty standard. They start at the escapement wheel, and then the seconds hand wheel, and then the intermediate wheel, and the main wheel. So they're stacked in this particular movement, which is not a big problem. But I do have another cap jewel that I need to take off for this small plate and then punch out. So yeah, so I wasn't expecting that, but it's a well-jeweled watch, obviously. I think it's 21 jewels. Maybe it's 20. Oh, no, it's 21 jewels. Railroad grade pocket watch made by Hamilton. Pretty standard pocket watch, but very nice. So here I'm riding this along as well. And then I go to put the cap in. It's raised up a bit, the cap jewel on this, the setting. And because it's a raised setting, it's a little more tricky to put in, so I tend to jog this thing around a lot before I get this thing in place, because I want those half moons where the screws go in to be lined up perfectly with the screw holes. So here you see me farting around with this for a few minutes, and trying to get that in, and finally I get it aligned, and then I put the screws back in. And when I put the screws in, I put them down, I reverse them ever so slightly till I feel the thread, and then I go forward. Make sure you don't strip the screws. And I put a little bit of oil on the inside here because I know that the shaft for the wheels will hit the inside of that jewel setting, or the jewel itself. So I'll hold that down, put those screws in place. And I noticed that not all the wheels were aligned, so I needed to adjust the escapement wheel needed to be adjusted ever so slightly. But it wasn't a difficult job this time. Normally it takes a while, but this time it was pretty smooth. So there we go, that's all done. And now I'm going to concentrate on the next plate, but I've got to put the setting mechanism together and the crown wheel and other things that I've got to put in there, and the crown wheel and the clutch wheel. So here I'm oiling where the stem fits in, so it rides nicely, so it's easier to use. And once I've got that set, I'm ready to put in that main plate, but I put a little bit of oil in the arbor as well. So I've got everything nicely oiled. There we go. And I check for movement of the gears all the time. So every time you're doing a reassembly, always check to make sure the gears are free, that you haven't inadvertently or accidentally squished down a wheel. So the thing about this watch here, there was one screw that was loose before. It was too short. Well, guess what? That screw was too short in both positions. So I put it back to where it was before, and I put the longer one into where it was, and I'll go hunt for another screw that might fit in that hole, so I don't have that issue. So here we're putting the winding wheel back in. It has two screws that hold on top, so it's a little easier than a normal winding wheel. And then I'll put the ratchet wheel will go in next, and I'll line that up. And it's got a slice out of the arbor, so you can line that up perfectly, and then the cap for that goes on. And then it's clockwise to screw that in and tighten it just a bit. And then wind it up and see if I've got any action on the actual watch, and I do. There was a thumbs up, that was pretty fast. So there's some action there. And now I'm putting in the pallet fork. So just like the other plates you put on, the bridge for the pallet fork goes down, and you just have to make sure you're not squishing the pivots of the pallet fork. So you move that fork around, put the screws in very lightly, and make sure that pallet fork is not being compressed, so you don't break the pivots on the pallet fork. That would be a disaster. So after I've got the pallet fork set up, I wind it up a bit, and I see if the actual pallet fork is flipping back and forth, and it was. Then I get out my grease, which is 9415, so it's a Bergeron 9415, and it is kind of like a gel, and I put that on every third tooth of the escapement wheel. And so we're in business now with all of that, and then I'm checking it out. And now I cleaned the balance before. I didn't show that, but I cleaned the balance before, and so I'm entering the balance in. I'm just praying that it works. That's what you do when you're doing watch work. A lot of religion is involved. So I've got myself an operating movement, so I'm going to let it work that self in for probably 24 or 48 hours. All right, folks, I'm JD again. So we got this watch working again. 21 Jewel Hamilton pocket watch, mint condition. It's running well. I'm going to let this thing run for 24 hours before I deal with the bead air. The bead air is a little high. It's at 2. The amplitude is a little bit low, but it may work itself in. So the new mainspring seems to be working, so it's ticking nicely. But we want to get that bead air lower and hopefully get the amplitude up higher. So thanks for watching the video today, and I'll catch you next time.